Welcome to the first episode of StrAye's Wrap Up. This is going to be a reoccurring podcast that I'll be doing at the end of each month. Just a little bit about what is currently going on in my life and any plans that I do have or what has happened throughout the month. Just so you get to know a little bit more about me, not just as StrAye, but as Asher. And if y'all could, go check out the links in the description. If you want to go check out my socials, check out my music, go follow and support me. Really appreciate it. And if you would check out my website, strayocracy.com, that is where I'm building my entire platform. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's if you're watching this in the new year. Hope y'all are ready for the new year and you had a good holidays or got to spend time with friends or family. That's what it's all about, is just spending time with people and being grateful for that time. I had a pretty decent Christmas. I haven't got to see my mother yet, and my grandfather actually just recently had a heart attack. Everything did go well though, so just all things are good there. Sending out my love and prayers for that. But hopefully everything has been good for you guys. I've had a interesting month, I will say. At the beginning of the month, I lost my car keys, so I had to get new car keys. My cat had like some kind of urine thing where she was peeing out like crystals and had blood, but it wasn't like an infection. It was due to anxiety. And I think that was mainly because I had a roommate that was living here and there was just like a lot going on at the time, just new sense. I had somebody else who just moved out and then he just moved in and then another person moved in and I was just having issues with the other roommate and eventually had to get him out. And yeah, I put her on some medicine and whatnot. And they gave me like gabapentin and like something else. It was just like surprising that you give that to cats. Yeah, I had to like give her like a syringe and whatnot, but she's doing better. And I also got the whole roommate situation figured out. So I think that has just made her like a lot less stressed out. Yeah, there was a lot going on in the beginning of the month. I mean, I figured shit out and I got shit figured out and life happens. It is what it is. It just was inconvenient that it all happened at once, but I guess sometimes things are like that and you can't let it tear you down or bring you down. And that's something that I've really realized lately, is just trying to like detach myself from letting things like drag my energy down by breaking emotional patterns and not getting down on myself because something happened that like I can't control. All I can do is just do my best and internally still have that stronghold within myself to like know that I'm doing good and being confident in what I want. I also had a breakup right around the end of the month, or not the end of the month, the beginning of the month or the end of last month. And yeah, I mean, that's just taught me it wasn't anything bad. It was honestly, it wasn't like, oh, fuck you, and at each other's throats or nothing. I think things just didn't work out. And sometimes people just aren't ready. And, it just taught me to not be hard on myself, because I feel like sometimes whenever you have breakups, you think, what did I do wrong? Or how can I change myself? But you shouldn't let something like that like get you down and make you think that there's something wrong with you and you need to change you. It made me realize that like I am depending too much on like other people's validation or security from something physical, or whether that be money or whether that be a relationship or whether that be seeing likes on my Instagram post or something, or like just clout and things like that, to just feel more secure within myself and confident in myself. I've just realized I need to detach from those things and tune in and just neuroplasticity basically. Just you can look up what neuroplasticity is, or maybe I'll even throw up a little thing. That was like what happened at the beginning of the month, and like in the middle of the month, I got the roommate situation figured out, and the cat has been doing good and whatnot. I actually just also recently upgraded my studio a little bit and got a headphone preamp, and then the Sony headphones. I can grab them here. These right here. They are the Sony MDR 756. They're known to be really good headphones for mixing and mastering. I have these in the Audio Technica M50Xs. So now I'll be able to record music for other artists to be able to listen while they listen at the same time, rather than like passing off headphones and me trying to engineer with like, not having headphones on and just looking at the waveform. So that's lit. Something that has not been very lit is I don't have an EBT card. And around the same time, since it's winter and everything, my job at my ice cream job has slowed down a lot. And then I'm also an audio tech for a company called Fireside, and I haven't had as many events lately. So work has just kind of slowed down, and not having an EBT and everything, just trying to like make money stretch and just meals, just eating what I can and whatnot. Yeah, that that's just what it is. So yeah, I've been trying to look for another job. I want to do DoorDash eventually once I can. I just need to pay off this DUI I got for weed. And then I've been doing InstaWork a lot. If you don't know what that is, it's like an app on your phone where you can pick up jobs. And I've been doing like the overnight cleaning shifts at PPG Arena to make some extra money. Definitely been helping. And then there's also this app called TaskRabbit where you can like help people move, clean, or do yard work and things like that. And so I've been using that a lot too to just like some extra money. I like doing jobs where I feel like I have more freedom with like, my own schedule and whatnot. But I did update my portfolio now that I have experience being an audio tech and doing outside events and whatnot. Hopefully that can get me another job. Now, I know a lot of y'all watching this probably smoke pot. Me too, but I've been smoking, the hemp stuff that you can just like get at these stores a lot lately. And I used to, we'll say this, I used to make money when I smoked pot. That's how it used to be. That's all I'm saying. But it hasn't been like that anymore. I don't know, it helps give me mind space. I'm like pretty aware of my use, and I do want to like slow down and not use every single day because I do and I have been for a long time. But I do realize switching to this hemp stuff, it's obviously not the same as marijuana, it's hemp, and I feel like because of that I could definitely not smoke is like a lot easier because the stuff is not nearly as strong. Yeah, and it's not like affecting you, I feel like, the same way. So yeah, it's something that I would like to do in the new year is stop smoking the hemp stuff for a while, like a month or so, and just see what my brain is like while I'm sober. And then whenever I do smoke again, just actually smoking marijuana because of this hemp stuff is just not it. I mean, it's okay for the time being. I also, though, have been doing mushrooms. I feel like I'm one of them motherfuckers that really just need they shrooms every day, like how people just pop an Addy because that shit really do just like give me clairvoyance and help me be more motivated or like emotionally in tune. Maybe not like every day, but like a couple times a week or something, like 3, 5 times a week. And I think that would also help me a lot with like, being able to not smoke weed at all. But I mean, I don't think you should replace one thing for another. So I do just want to like take a month of just being totally sober for next year just to see where my mind is at. Some things that I've been planning recently as a artist are this podcast that I'm going to be doing at the end of each month. I also have a album that I'm dropping called Love in Chapters. This album is pretty deep to me. It has been over a span of 2 years, I would say these songs have transpired, and it's just been, from a couple different relationships that I've been in, talking about falling in love, talking about the vulnerability and just, opening yourself up, falling in love, all of the things like I love you and just having like the like that. And then there is the feeling the relationship falling apart, feeling the connection break. And so there's a song, just tell me you want my love is like what the song is and what the lyrics are. Like, tell me you want my love, baby, I'll give it all. I'm never holding back. Know that this feeling is real. And yeah. And then there is Reaction or Anger is Armor is chapter 3. So the song or the album will be broken up in 4 chapters. And chapter 3 is Anger as Armor. So, after the breakup, you're just kind of trying to protect yourself. And so you're angry and you wear that anger as armor, but eventually that armor suffocates you because, the anger really doesn't do you any good. And so chapter 4 is Acceptance, just finding that closure within yourself because you can't find that closure in the outer world, so you need to find that closure within. So I have songs like Don't Hide and Love Changes. And Love Changes, the chorus is, even if you leave, I'll be okay. Forever stray, got love I would never hate. Girl, tell me you still love me. I know that it's not the same. So just being like, I know that I can still love you as a person, but like it doesn't have to be the same way, and I still have love within myself. I'm never gonna hate you or things like that. So it kind of like reflects from chapter 3 of having that anger and realizing like I don't want to hold on to the anger because it's really just poisoning myself. And so I still love you even though it's not the same, and I still have that love within myself. I have that album dropping here right at the new year. So new year, new album. Really excited for that. Love in Chapters, January 1st on all platforms. I also had a Christmas performance a couple weeks ago, and that was a ton of fun. I definitely plan on doing a lot more performances for the new year because that energy of performing and just being able to spread that light. And I mean, that's just what being an artist is all about. And I see myself in the future traveling the world and performing and being able to spread that light more and express myself and having people being able to relate or just turn up or, just get them bad vibes out or whatever it may be. It's just, I love that. Love performing. Definitely plan on doing it a lot more. So I've been wanting to do staple content, and what staple content is, or what I'm considering it to be, is content that'll be a staple in my brand. So things like doing this podcast at the end of every month. And there's this other thing that I want to do called Sunday Strolls. Depending on how many artists I can get to submit music, which I will actually drop that link below as well in the description. If you want to submit your music every Sunday or however many Sundays, I'm going to be strolling around in my car listening to other artists' music just to help promote other artists and build a little community there. So that's something that I'm going to be making a part of my staple content. So Sunday Strolls, we have the wrap up podcast, and then I'm also going to be doing IRL or virtual performances every month. So those are 3 things so far that I have been planning to make staple content of mine. I also have like other little content that I'll be posting like all the time here and there, whether it's like POVs or skits. But those are like 3 things that are always going to be like reoccurring that I want to make like a bigger part of my brand, because the Sunday Strolls helps build that community. It also showcases like my personal life a little bit because we're just kind of strolling around, let's just listening to music, and it showcases that artist lifestyle of mine. And then for these podcasts, it's giving you a little bit of both as well. Then I also want to start doing behind the mix or behind the scenes. So I have this camera here that I'm using, and then I'm learning how to use OBS on Logic. So I'll be recording anytime that I'm ever recording music or writing music, just recording those sessions. So basically recording me recording music and just posting those more often, as well as just tutorials in general as an engineer, because I do have a certificate in audio engineering and want to showcase those skills more and teach people just like engineering for dummies. On my website, you'll see presets and courses coming soon. So in the very near future, I do plan on dropping courses and putting out presets for people to use and just making videos in general that you can watch on Instagram or watch on my website. That is honestly just about it for the month of December. One other thing is DTSK, an artist that I really fucks with. Him and I are going to be making a collab. I actually sent him a song of mine that I made a while ago, and he's going to be putting a verse on it, and then we're going to work on something else more recent. There's a bunch of artists that I want to do collabs with: KG vs. Universe, Cartoons, Kinetic, like a bunch of y'all, and the whole Planet Euphoria scene. Definitely want to do collabs with y'all and appreciate y'all for the support that y'all been giving me. And Pittsburgh Hendy, definitely want to give a shout out to him because he be doing a lot for the city of Pittsburgh, and that's how I got to do that show and whatnot. Yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this little podcast first episode. The scenery and the editing and whatnot is probably going to be pretty raw, but that's just how we're starting. This will probably develop into something more in the future, and just me talking to the camera as well. It's been a while since I've done like a long form video like this. So I appreciate y'all for bearing with me and hope y'all like this. And I don't know, if you have any questions, put them down in the comments below. And if you want to collaborate or work on something, you can always hit me up on my email. I have my business email down below, as well as the email for you to submit your music for the Sunday Strolls. and my website where you can find all my socials, find all my music on any platform. Again, January 1st, Love in Chapters, new album dropping. Appreciate you all for your support. Much love. Peace.